Sometimes it's just nice to have fun with photos that we take, ones which we often never look at again. I'm going to use 2 photos that I took while visiting the beach. We are going to use the layer masks and create some effects with the non-destructive adjustment layers. Click on a new document file and then name it. There are a number of document types you can choose from. Select photo and use one of the size presets. In this case, I've used 5 inches by 7 inches and I've chosen landscape. You can of course choose any of the settings to suit. I'm going to use a resolution of 300 pixels per inch. Open the first picture. I'm just going to float it to one side and then drag the background layer onto the document. Open the transform controls and size the picture while holding down the shift key to maintain perspective. Repeat the same for the beach scene. Just float it to one side and then drag onto the background. I'm going to use this beach scene basically in the same proportions that I've brought it into, so I'm not going to size it down at this point. I always untick the transform controls to avoid accidentally sizing the picture. At this point, I move the glass above the beach. I'm now going to use the polygonal lasso tool to draw a selection around the glass and straws. Just a note, make sure that the feather is set to 0 when using the polygonal lasso tool at this stage. Enlarging at this point helps to make a more accurate and finer selection. This can take some time. Some advice: don't rush. If you double click at the wrong time, you will have to start all over again. Very frustrating. If you pull the tool out of frame, it will automatically move the picture up or down for you, depending where you are in the document. A round circle will show that the selection is meeting end to end. Double click to complete the selection. Select the layer mask and the area around the selection is now see-through. Activate the beach layer, and now the glass has been composited above. Now we can have some fun with the composition and proceed with some effects. Once you are happy with your composition, do not move the background, as you are going to make a copy of it and we need it to be in exactly the same position. Drag the beach layer onto the new layer icon. This will make a copy, and then deselect all the layers except the one you've just copied. I just want to use the sun and the big rays to give an effect on the glass. Use the polygonal lasso tool and draw a selection around the sun and the rays. Select the layer mask, and now we are left with only what we want to use. The edges on this image are quite hard. To soften the image, a trick is to blur the mask. Go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur and change settings until satisfied. Move the new image and mask above the glass. Now apply a blend. I'm going to use overlay, which works well. You can also lower the opacity percentage. For more effect, I'll add a non-destructive levels adjustment layer. You only want the layer below the adjustment layer to be affected, so click to clip the layer. Lift the level until you are happy. Now select the glass. That's the little block next to the mask. Don't select the mask. Use the polygonal lasso tool to select an area on the glass. This time you can set the feather high. Add the brightness adjustment layer and increase the brightness in the selected area. Once you are happy with the effects you've applied, then you can crop the composition. You can leave it as it is at this point or add a vignette. To add the vignette, use the ellipse tool and draw a selection. Now invert the selection as you only want the corners to be darkened. Select the curves adjustment layer and shape until you have the effect you like. So there you have it. Remember to select on each layer either the picture or the mask. That is, whichever you want to adjust. Thank you for watching.